Hey, what's going on, everybody? You already know what it is. Your boy On Point on the Grind. And today's topic, I want to speak on the rapper J Hood. He was a former member of the Lox, and I just want to speak on his situation and what I thought about him and what I think of him now. Uh, you know, I started getting into D Block. I would say like around, I want to say 2003. I was listening, but the first member I started fucking with was Jadakiss. He was off of I heard his verse off of that Times Up. I always liked his flow. His voice stood out, and off of he also had a verse off of DMX, the Grand Champ album off of I forgot it was with DMX and Eve. It said bitches don't mean what they say when they talk. Niggas lean a certain kind of way when they walk. And Jadakiss is like, I got a wet haze coke in the Peebo block. I always, that's how his verse started off. And I always liked his flow, and his voice was impeccable. It was crazy. I liked his voice, the way his voice sound when he be spitting. I mean, his flow is just original, and the nigga goes hard. When he spit, like he spit hard, you know what I'm saying? So I started fucking with him. Then I started getting the Rough Riders Volume 4, Redemption. And I was just listening to Kid's verse, and that's how I started fucking with them heavy, hearing Styles P off of Locked Up. And I'm thinking, like, damn, like, these niggas is nice. Like, these niggas go hard, because I always liked the lyrics, just niggas that be spitting lyrics. And I just started fucking with them from there on. I was buying mixtapes. I was hearing, I bought a whole bunch of mixtapes with D-Block. I had D-Block versus G-Unit. Them niggas just go so hard. I just started fucking with them. I knew about Styles P, Sheek Louch, and Jadakiss. I just started getting into them heavy. Then I heard J Hood. And at first, I'm like, okay, who this nigga? The first song I heard for him was off of that he was rapping off that beat from Youngbloods. Then we don't give a fuck. Hey, if you don't give a damn, yeah, he was like, he was rapping off that. He was like DB Yellow CO. He's like DB Yellow CO. He's like DB Yellow COK. Got hammers in their case. Yeah, 360 days, some shit like that. Yo, he killed. I'm like, yo, who this nigga, man? I was like, his voice sound ill, you know what I'm saying? He sounded like he had a unique flow. Then I started listening to a couple more of his songs, and I liked them. I'm like, okay, this nigga kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? This nigga kind of nice. And I just started hearing other songs that was from him too. He was rapping off of he rapped off of Nas, that one joint from Nas called God Love Us Hood Niggas. I know. Yeah, he did a song off that. That nigga killed it. And it was another song. It was another song he did, but that nigga, he just goes hard, man. He was just going hard. I just started fucking with J Hood from then and on. And I was listening to the Countdown. The Countdown, he went hard. I liked all the tracks. Like, the nigga was fire, man. It's a lot of other mixtapes too that he did. I forgot some of his other mixtapes, but like I said, it was a lot of other mixtapes he did, and the nigga was just nice to me, And I'm like, I like the nigga's style. I like his flow. You know what I'm saying? He fits for the group D Block perfectly. It's some other mixtapes he had. I just can't think of the names of them. But that nigga went hard. Like, he had a lot of shit. I had listened to the Best of J Hood mixtape and a lot of others. I just can't think of it. But I liked J Hood for a long time. And in 2007. I got the mixtape, The Countdown too. I like that mixtape too. Like, the nigga, he really goes hard. I really, that was really one of my favorite members out of the Lox. And sometimes I would like him even more than everybody out the Lox, because he was that youngin' nigga. He was the youngest out the group. I could sort of relate to him. And, the nigga was just, he's a cool nigga, man. I really liked his flow a lot. Very unique. And, 2007, I think late 2007, after he dropped the Countdown 2 mixtape, I started hearing some shit about him no longer with the Lox. And I'm like, oh, shit, like, what's up with this? And, he wanted to get removed from the label. And I just didn't understand it. And then I saw an interview. He's basically speaking on how, he wasn't getting the shine he deserved. He was with the Lox for 6 years. And, basically, he felt like D-Block wasn't promoting his shit the way they should have been. He was with them for 6 years. He didn't even drop a single or a video. He kept on saying Tales from the Hood gonna drop soon. It was never dropping. It was just for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And he just wasn't, he just never got his shit off the air. You know what I'm saying? And basically he told Styles about the situation. He's like, you know, we're gonna release you and all this stuff. And he's saying Styles P kept on giving him different answers, saying, oh yeah, we're gonna get this shortly. He made it seem like them niggas wasn't keeping it real and he was jerking them. Then he was speaking on how, you know, basically, you know, he had to go out and buy his own chain. He said usually when you get signed to a rap label, you know, they just give you a chain just right there and you don't gotta pay for it. He had to buy his own D Block chain. When he had that fire that took place, I think it was in 08 or 2007, where his house burnt down, him and his family barely escaped with their lives. If he would have stood there for any seconds longer, he said he could have died, him and his whole family. He said when he lost everything, he said, you know, D-Block didn't even help him for that. And I don't think he would lie about that. And if that is the case, that's wrong. You know, niggas never even took him shopping. Niggas didn't even look out. His mother had a liver disease, and he never had a car. He was hopping out of cabs and shit like that. And, you know, I do think D-Block could have did. I think they should have did a lot more for a situation and everything. But, you know, basically that was that. You know what I'm saying? And he started just doing his own thing. And I noticed a lot of the stuff that he was coming out with within that late 2008 or just the whole year 2008, I wasn't feeling. Like the mixtape, you know, for one thing, Sorry I Made You Wait album, I don't like it. You know, he just started switching up his flow and trying to seem like he just tried to blend his whole style into something totally different. You know, he just wasn't keeping it. I like the old J Hood. You know, why are you trying to blend in with the newer generation? And it's like he's trying to blend in with the newer generation so he can get noticed more and get his shit played and be able to be known worldwide. But he was fine. I like the old J Hood, man. He was just kept it raw gutter. Just, you know, wasn't saying shit like swaggerific and trying to blend in with these new niggas that's garbage. I'm just not feeling it now. And you know, he's going on beats that don't match his voice. You know, the hooks he's doing is garbage. Like, I know why you can't just go back to the early 2000. You know, why you can't just go back on get back on the times from 2002 to 2006. Get back on that type of shit, man. When you just keep it a straight hood, like, you know, what the fuck happened? Gangster Inspiration, I didn't like that mixtape. It's a lot of mixtapes that he came out with. I just didn't like the Rebirth. I just wasn't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry I Made You Wait. I think that album was, you know, garbage. In the Book of Joshua, I just wasn't feeling it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I really do believe that J Hood is still nice. He's still nice. He still has it. But I don't understand why he's doing all this bullshitting around. Like, get back on your hood shit. Like, he's still a hood nigga, but I'm just not feeling a lot of shit. But every once in a while, he would have a song that I would like, and he just straight kills it. You know what I'm saying? And I really do believe he still has it. He just choosing the bullshit. You know, all the disses that he was coming out with against the Lox was garbage to me. Like, he just wasn't going hard enough for me. You know, getting back on the shit that he was on. You know, if you notice when J Hood was making those songs dissing G-Unit, he was going super hard. But when he was coming at the Lox, lyrically, he wasn't going hard enough. Now, you know, like I said, he still has it. But he just bullshitting, because after when he left the Lox, he was coming out with certain songs. There was some songs he was coming out with that were impeccable and raw. Like Come Get 'Em, that was hard. But why don't you stay consistent? You know, you just switching your whole style into all this other bullshit. I just don't understand no more. Letter to the Lox, he did his thing on that. Why you not staying consistent like he was back then? Man, J Hood got a lot of classics from back then. Why he still can't do that? The Lox still continued to do it. Why he couldn't do it? You know, I just don't understand that at all. In 2008, he came out with a mixtape called Life of the Block Star. Life After the Block Star. Life of the Block Star, or the Life of a Block Star, I believe. Yeah, Life of a Block Star. And he killed it, man. All those songs was hard. You know what I'm saying? He went off of Ambitions of a Rider, All Eyes on Me, that song, My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, Get Away from Mobb Deep. You know, the nigga was doing his thing. It's like, damn, like, you know, that shit was a lot better than those garbage-ass mixtapes he was putting out within that year. But then he comes with something hard. That's the things, like, the nigga still got it, man. I just think after he was no longer with the Lox, he got discouraged and he felt like he had to reinvent himself. You know, he had to reinvent himself to stay on top. He doesn't have to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people is not meant to be like Soulja Boy and get recognition like everybody else and be like Plies and Young. Some people's not meant for that. You know, I think you just leave that alone. You can reinvent yourself, but keep it to how you was. You know, when you try to reinvent yourself and just go into some other type of shit, you fall off. I like, you know, the J Hood, and then he came out with a song where he was rapping over 367, 6-7 foot or something. He killed it. I just don't understand. And this was recently, like probably like last year. He killed it when he went off a 6-7 foot by Lil Wayne and Corey Guns. Why he can't stay consistent? This is how I know the nigga still has it. He's just bullshitting around. You know what I'm saying? If I was ever to meet J Hood, I would tell him personally, like, yo, man, you mad nice, man, but the shit you've been coming out with lately, I think it's kind of garbage. Like, go back on your other shit. And I'll admit to him, you still have it, because I seen you come out with certain songs, some songs out of all the other bunch that's been garbage lately, and you kill it. So, you know, stay consistent. Go back to the old J Hood, you know? When you just kept the straight hood, man. You wasn't getting on some other shit, trying to reinvent. I mean, I just think he ruined it. You know, and it's really sad to see that talent go to waste, because J Hood, he was one of my favorite rappers. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But it's fucked up. And all it shows is that J Hood, he's nothing without the locks. That's all it shows, since he's not staying consistent. That's sad, man. But he could be a lot better than that, man. Just go back, you know. I mean, shit. If niggas, you know, if I was a rapper, man, and, you know, I knew I couldn't hold my own at a certain type of level as far as the industry, I'll go back to my street shit. And as long as I'm getting love, I'll just continue doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do, man. Everybody's not meant to be high up in industry and get all this money like Lil Wayne and all these other niggas. And the funny thing is, a lot of these other niggas that's in the game that got more money than some of the realest niggas and the niggas that can really rap, they is garbage. Like, straight up garbage. Like, these niggas that's in Young Money, man. It's sad some of these niggas in Young Money will have more money than what D-Block would ever have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Drake is nice, man, but that nigga, I'd rather listen to, you know, Styles and all them niggas from the Lots before Drake. You know what I'm saying? Gutter is straight garbage, but more than likely, that nigga would have more money than what J Hood would ever have, because Lil Wayne promotes his artists, and Lil Wayne let them niggas jump on all his singles in his songs. You know, that's sad, man. But I hope J Hood really come back. He's still young. He's like 27. He still could do it, man. I hope he comes back and just get on his other shit, man. Back on that 2002 shit. You know, from 2003 all the way to 2006 or 2007, he was still nice. You know what I'm saying? Late 2007, I think after the Countdown 2, he just started going into some whole other shit. And for the past 5 years, man, a lot of the shit he been putting out is garbage. Here and there, he'll have a few sweet songs that's tight as a motherfucker, but a lot of the shit's just garbage, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit, because I haven't seen nobody on YouTube talk about J Hood's situation, so I hope this video get a lot of views. But, you know, some of the mixtapes that I really like from J Hood, I'm going to post them here, and you can listen to some of his mixtapes on datpiff.com. Some of the names of them, or, you know, some of his best shit, I'm going to put it in the link description box. You know, when he's speaking on the situation with the Lox, why he left and all that shit, I'm going to put all that shit at the link description box, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit, man. Peace.